you have the ability to decrease your risk for getting heart disease. It is, in many ways, essentially preventable. So, since you guys are part of the Go Red, I'd love to hear some answers to this question. What are ways that you already know of to decrease your risk for heart disease? Call them out. Exercise? What else? Sodium intake? Yep. Like how much salt you're putting on your food, or whether or not you're using salt at all to season. Anything else? Reduce your stress, yes, lots of breathing, more activity, step away, okay? So diet, absolutely. So it's pretty much all the choices you make, right? Stress is gonna happen to you and you can choose how you react. Sodium, obviously we get very used to it in the way that our food is normally prepared, and it is a little hard to wean yourself off, but that's also, you can choose that too. The exercise, choosing to get up and be active. So you can see how much control you have over your risk factor just through choice. So with that said, I want to ask you, just curious for the crowd, tell me what goes through your mind when you see the word or hear the word nutrition. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Say again? Bland food. Oh yes, if it's nutritious, it must not taste good. What else? Healthy. We have healthy. I heard someone else holler something again.
Low calorie.
Low calorie, yes. In order for it to be nutritious, it must be low calorie. Anything else? We got nutritious, we got bland, we got low calorie, bland, healthy, small portions. The nutrition is related to small portions. So you guys actually already know a lot. Except, there's a couple things in there that aren't true. In coaching, and I'm just going to throw this out there, in coaching there's a thing called gremlins. Have you ever heard of this? There's a book called Taming Your Gremlins. And what it is, it's a repetitive conversation or thought pattern that will happen over in your mind, like nutritious foods are going to taste good, and they have to be low calorie. It often has have to, always, never, and shoulda, coulda, woulda. If those thoughts are going through your head while I'm talking about nutrition, I have a favor to ask you. And that is just notice them, and then put your focus back on me, okay? Those thoughts can stop you from hearing what I'm going to say. Those thoughts can keep you from finding the motivation to make a choice. And they are essentially, although saying a little bit of the truth, the majority of what they're going to tell you is not real. So just throwing that out there. Think about what you're used to hearing about nutrition. I'm just going to give you information, and you get to decide whatever you want to do with it. So we can really promote personal choice. Okay. So I would like to get to the point to give you some strategy by the end of the conversation that what if it was as easy and effortless as breathing? Just an authentic process that happened in your body that you automatically reach for the nutritious thing to eat. That you feel like it was an easy thing to do, that it doesn't require effort, and it's actually something that you might even enjoy, right? So if I frame it in that way, what kind of thoughts do you have about the word nutrition? I see smiling, actually, which I didn't see the first time you said that question. I see smiling, I see nodding. What else? Does that sound like it would be nice if it could be that way? It can. Okay, so before we get to that part, a little teaser there about how it can be that way. I'm just going to do a quick review of basic nutrition. So, just kind of go over these couple groups, and then within each of these groups, and it's on your PowerPoint, there'll be information in there for most of the groups about how it relates to heart disease and how you can minimize your risk, okay? So starting with water, how many of you drink water every day? Raise your hand. Yay! It's so important to be hydrated, especially here in the desert. To the next one. So water, most people don't think about why you need water, but about a little over 90% of your body is water. The cellular mass and all the different exchanges that happen, they need water. Your blood, to maintain a certain amount of viscosity, a certain amount of flow in your blood, you need water. When you're dehydrated, your blood is actually thicker and your blood pressure drops. So water affects your body drastically. So more water equals more transfer of nutrients into the cell. And that's, I want you to get some bang for your buck here. If you have to eat something that's bland and low sodium, which of course it won't be, but if you have to eat something nutritious, I want you to get as much as you can out of it, and water's going to help you to do that. So how much water do you drink? Depending on who you ask, there's a couple different recommendations, but it's usually 8-ounce glasses a day, we've heard that before, or half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh If you weigh 160 pounds, it's going to be 80 ounces. If you weigh 120 pounds, it's going to be 60 ounces. So you kind of use that as a general measure. And this is another fact. Do you guys know what happens when you drink really, really, really cold water? Unless you want to burn a couple extra calories, it actually slows down your body's ability to process it. Your body has to heat it up to body temperature before it can use it. So if you drink cool or room temperature water throughout the day, you'll be able to assimilate it in better. When you're exercising, it's okay to drink cold water because your core temperature's up and you want to try to keep it down a little bit, right? But just generally drinking water, you want to do room temperature. Okay, so we had water, vitamins and minerals. How many people take a multivitamin? Yay! You will be able to get a home run. A multivitamin covers your base, like the runners in baseball. And you want to get those runners all the way around the home base. If you're eating protein, carbohydrates, which you all just ate with the chicken and the vegetables and the fruit, you won't be able to necessarily break down that food properly without the right construction crew. And the vitamins and the minerals are the construction crew to break down those larger nutrients. They end up being able to build your structures in terms of the minerals, and the vitamins help you break down the food. So it's very important. Obviously, I am not recommending necessarily everybody go out and take a multivitamin because I'm not a doctor, but ask your doctor, and they'll probably tell you to. So best food sources, if you're not comfortable taking a supplement and you want to try to get these vitamins and minerals from a natural source, the best sources are going to be from whole grains, meaning it hasn't been bleached or processed. If you pick up a bag of bread and the flour says enriched, that doesn't count. It needs to say whole wheat, it needs to say barley, bran, rye, the actual grain is inside. Fruits, vegetables, especially the green leafy ones. The leafier the better. You'll get more vitamins and minerals out of those. Okay, so we went over water, we went over vitamins